Well, summer is officially here, so I'm going to wrap up the winter and spring projects and we're going to call it season 2. I thought I'd take a minute to look back at what we've done this year so far and stick around till the end for a big announcement for some changes coming to Evolution Woodworks in the second half of this year. I've already made quite a few changes this season, hopefully for the better, and I've pushed myself into new design areas, bigger projects, and finishes I've never tried before. The goal, as always, is to keep learning and raising the bar on my own craftsmanship. And to do it with you watching. Maybe to inspire you to try something new, or at the very least, we'll learn from my mistakes.
I saw that going a lot differently in my head.
Last season kicked off with a bunch of cutting board videos, and I think I got a little pigeonholed here as the cutting board guy, so this time around I made it a point to build anything but cutting boards. Well, there was that one chaos board and it went over pretty well, but for most of the season I was focused on furniture and shop upgrades. I started with a display shelf for a customer's challenge coin collection, and I dabbled in a little mid-century modern with a miniature console stereo build that I still think is actually pretty cool. And I finally built the china cabinet for my wife that she's been asking for honestly a couple decades now. I also took on a couple of product videos, things I felt were a good fit, and turned down quite a few offers that were frankly just junk people wanted me to pretend I liked so that we could sell it to you. On the shop side, I added a new drill press table and built this slab flattening jig, which I used for my personal favorite project of the year, a standing desk. When I got back into woodworking full-time a couple years ago, I was really drawn to the river tables being built by people like Cam at Blacktail Studios and Chris at Four Eyes Furniture, but I never had the right project for it, or at that time the shop space to actually try one out for myself. My current shop hadn't been built yet, and my garage shop was full of stuff from my old shed that I'd taken out to make room for the new space. Then my dad gave me this 3-inch thick walnut slab, and I knew it was going to be the right one for this project. But I had to wait for it to finish drying, and honestly I was a little intimidated with the whole process. I didn't want to ruin a great piece of walnut and waste $300 worth of epoxy trying it. In the end, it actually turned out amazing, and now that it's been in my office and I've been using it for a while, it's been a pretty awesome upgrade to my workflow. And that's going to bring us to the big announcement. It takes a lot to run a channel like this, especially solo. I have to design, build all the projects, and then film it, edit it, produce all that sort of stuff, and it takes time and energy and more tools and materials and frankly money sometimes than what I can actually keep up with. So a while back I brought up the idea of opening up YouTube memberships or doing a Patreon, and everybody that answered said Patreon. So happy to announce that Patreon is now live. I've already started getting things going over there, and my plan for now is to just focus more on the behind-the-scenes side of things, some updates, shop stuff, process details, rather than just full polished videos like I've been making for YouTube. As for the full-length builds, they'll still be coming to YouTube, but they'll premiere on Patreon first. At least a week earlier for now, and maybe a little bit more as I find my rhythm and start getting more content put out. I'm not going anywhere here, though I might be a little less present over the next month or so while I get things kind of up and running over on Patreon. You'll still get the same videos I've always made, but Patreon gives me a way to build something a little bit deeper with the people who really want to see more than just the final cut. If that sounds like something you'd be into, there's a link in the description where you can check it all out. Right now, it's pretty simple. I've set up 2 tiers with a few basic perks to get things started, and I'll be adding more over time as I figure out what works and how to make it feel like our own little community. It's a little light on content at the moment, I know, but the goal is to grow it with your input and support. And if you decide to join, it really does mean a lot to me. It helps me keep the lights on, keep building, and keep sharing what I learn along the way with you. So that's going to be it for season 2 and for this video. So as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.